Canada's strategic shift in oil export markets. The geopolitical landscape in North America is undergoing significant changes as Canada contemplates a strategic pivot in its oil export markets. With tensions rising between the US and Canada, particularly surrounding trade policies and tariffs, Canada is now considering replacing its traditional oil export partner, the United States. This shift raises critical questions about the future of North American energy trade and the implications for both nations. In recent weeks, the US has expressed concerns about its reliance on Canadian oil imports, which accounted for 61% of all US oil imports last year. The Trump administration's decision to impose a new 10% tariff on imports from Canada has sparked fears of a trade war that could have far-reaching consequences for both economies. With the backdrop of a complex political environment, Canada is responding to these tariffs by reassessing its oil export strategies and exploring alternative markets. In response to Trump's tariffs, Canada has initiated discussions with various stakeholders to mitigate the impact on its economy. The Canadian government is actively seeking ways to delay the implementation of these tariffs, with a proposed 30-day agreement aimed at finding a more permanent resolution. This delay reflects Canada's commitment to maintaining its economic stability while navigating the turbulent waters of US-Canada trade relations. However, the looming trade war raises significant economic concerns for Canada. The Canadian economy is heavily reliant on oil exports, and any disruptions in trade could lead to job losses and reduced economic growth. As such, Canada's leadership is keenly aware of the need to diversify its export markets and reduce dependence on the US, which has historically been Canada's largest trading partner. To counterbalance potential losses from US tariffs, Canada is considering ramping up its oil export strategy towards Asian markets, particularly China. The demand for heavy crude oil in Asia presents an opportunity for Canadian producers to expand their customer base and achieve better pricing. With the Trans Mountain Pipeline expansion completed in May 2024, which increased capacity to 890,000 barrels per day, Canada is well positioned to meet this growing demand from Asian countries. As Canada seeks alternative markets for its oil, Asian nations are emerging as key players in this new trade dynamic. Countries like China, Japan, and South Korea are increasingly turning to Canadian crude as they look to secure stable energy supplies. This shift not only diversifies Canada's export portfolio, but also aligns with China's growing appetite for energy resources. We invite you to share your thoughts in the comments section below. How do you think this shift in trade dynamics will affect Canada and its relationship with the US? What are your predictions for the future of oil exports from Canada? Canada's oil production remains robust, with approximately 5.76 million barrels per day produced in 2023. This positions Canada as one of the top oil-producing nations globally, with substantial reserves estimated at around 180 billion barrels, primarily located in Alberta's oil sands. This vast resource base underscores Canada's critical role in the global energy landscape and highlights its potential as a reliable supplier to emerging markets. The Canadian economy benefits significantly from oil exports, which reached a record high of 4 million barrels per day in 2023. Despite facing challenges from US tariffs, Canada's diverse export economy encompasses various sectors contributing to its GDP. In 2023 alone, mineral fuels and oils accounted for approximately $43.40 billion in exports, cementing Canada's status as a major player in global energy markets. Trade relations between Canada and China have been evolving rapidly, with China emerging as a crucial destination for Canadian exports. In 2023, Canada's exports to China were valued at approximately $2.6 billion, reflecting a growing partnership that could further strengthen amid tensions with the U.S. Key commodities exported include canola seeds and iron ore, showcasing Canada's agricultural and mineral wealth. Trump's recent comments about Canada potentially joining the US as the 51st state have added another layer of complexity to this relationship. While some view this suggestion as humorous or far-fetched, it underscores the ongoing discussions about trade integration and military cooperation between the two nations. The imposition of a 10% tariff by the US on Canadian imports stems from various concerns over national security and economic stability. The Trump administration argues that these tariffs are necessary to protect American jobs and industries from foreign competition, while addressing issues such as drug trafficking across borders. In conclusion, as Canada navigates this challenging landscape, marked by shifting alliances and trade disputes, it must balance its economic interests with geopolitical realities. The potential shift towards China for oil exports could redefine North America's energy dynamics while presenting both opportunities and challenges for Canada. If you found this video informative, please consider subscribing to our channel for more insights into global trade dynamics and economic trends. Don't forget to like and share this video with others who may be interested. Thank you for watching.